So going into 2026, I want you all to stop expecting miracles from the market and start expecting more from yourself. Write that down. Alrighty, everybody, what is going on? Welcome back to another CYPRX video breakdown. In today's video, I want to talk to you all the same way that I would talk to my own family. Because if you are still here after the kind of year that we've had in the markets this year, you're not just into crypto anymore. You are in the arena. And the arena will expose every weakness in your mindset, your habits, and the standards that you live by. Look at the XRP chart here for just a second. This is going to play a very important role psychologically in today's video breakdown. So pay very close attention. Everyone who bought XRP in the red box above current price action at time of recording this video breakdown, they're at a loss. They believed narratives, they believed influencers, they believed hype, they believed hopium. Everyone in the two green boxes below current price action, again, at time of recording this video breakdown, is everyone who waited for discounts, everyone who dealt with uncomfortable situations, everyone who bought in boring zones, and currently, at time of recording, again, is quietly in profit, while the timeline is still panning out. Same asset, same year, but completely different outcome. Remember, everybody's goal in this market is to make money, yet how come so many people don't actually make money? The difference isn't luck, it's inner work. So, heading into 2026, there are a few things that I really want you all to sit with, not as a cliche, but as standards that you start to really truly develop and live by. Considering in our community and here at CyPrX and on the CyPrX YouTube, we only publicly disclosed and said to buy XRP one time this year, and that was when price came into our institutional deltas at around $1.90, which our positions, if you guys had been paying attention to those, when we bought in at $1.90 on November 21st, 2025, are currently in profit. Now, depending on when you're watching this video, we could be in more profit or we might not be if prices go lower. Nonetheless, do you pay attention to strategy? Do you pay attention to the hype? Heading into 2026, hopefully you use today's video breakdown as a real wake-up call. So before we even dive into my spiel today, I just want to share some posts with you guys real fast. All right. In life and in trading, in this entire digital evolution, the loudest narratives are usually the most empty. The truth moves differently. It's steady, it's patient, it's undeniable once you're ready to see it. That's the first one I want you all to allow to just sink in. The second one here says, truth isn't meant to hurt you, it's meant to wake you up. The people who grow don't run from truth. They study it, they sit with it, and they let it refine them. That is how intelligence compounds through honesty, not comfort. In trading, in business, and personal evolution, the truth is a mirror. You either face it and level up, or avoid it and stay stuck. The ones who embrace truth when it stings are the ones who rise. Last but not least, one of the most powerful shifts in life is when you stop feeding distractions and you start feeding your purpose. The truth is, your growth can't be part time. It needs your full attention, your energy, your discipline, your focus. The more you evolve, the quieter you become, not because you're hiding, but because gossip, comparisons, and noise don't live where you are going. Lock in, let your results speak. Your future requires the version of you who refuses to waste time on anything that does not elevate you. I do want to give a shout out to one of our followers here at CYPRX, scrolling right down here. Lovely individual posted this, and I cannot thank you enough and show you enough appreciation. So the least I can do is give you a shout out. Grandma Mitty on X, love that name, said, Cyprus, myself, is an exceptional young man, worthy of following and studying, wise beyond his years, for more than just crypto, and reposted the last post that I just read to you all. So really soak that in as I go over this spiel today. This spiel today is going to be for both traders and investors. Nonetheless, it'll set the tone heading into 2026 for you all as a wake up call to really get you all to see the mindset shift, old habits to your new standards as you roll into 2026. Your future self, like I mentioned, will thank you. So take notes in today's video breakdown. It might end up being a lengthy one, but let's dive in. So first, as I mentioned, there's some things that I really want you all to sit with. Not as cliche, but as a standard that you live by. Number one, your old habits versus your new standards. Keeping this chart, I'm going to hold this up the entire time because I really want you all to think about it. What I said at the beginning of this video. The hardest battle is between your old habits and your new standards. Markets don't just test your strategy. That is something everybody needs to come to understand. What do they test? They test your identity. They test old habits that you have that you brought into the market. Fear, greed, FOMO, over leveraging, moving your plan because of one tweet or one green candle, reacting emotionally, needing constant stimulation and constant action, right? The markets test those things. Again, your old identity. New standards I want you all to set for yourself as we head into 2026 are going to look different. Doing things like only buying when prices in your area of interest or zones. Do you have those zones? Can you wait patiently enough for those zones to come into fruition? Do you have access to institutional deltas? If not, get access to them, right? Elevate your technical analysis. Not buying when the crowd is doing it, when the crowd is making you feel comfortable. Studying before you deploy capital, learning the fundamental environment, accepting that sometimes the best trade is no trade, deciding your risk before you press the button, understanding the risk to reward. Are you buying at a premium or are you buying at a discount? Do you have the patience to wait for discounted opportunities? On the XRP chart, as I mentioned, the red box is the perfect picture of old habits. People felt safe buying when everyone was excited, when the headlines were loud, when the candles looked strong. So many people at this point will click off this video. They'll be like, oh my gosh, who cares if I bought it at $3? Because one day XRP is going to be $1,000. But again, ask yourself the question, did you come into these markets to make money now or to make money 10 years from now? The answer to that question is most likely you came into the markets to make money now, right? To make money. Why wait when you could implement strategy and you could make money now? That's the mindset shift. The lie is that you have to wait to make money. You don't have to wait to make money. You have to implement strategy properly. You have to implement, again, changing old habits into new and improved standards. Going into 2026, ask yourself honestly, where am I still letting old habits drive my decisions? Are you scrolling on social media influencer feeds who pump out hopium and price predictions all the time? Are you chasing? Are you gambling? Are you looking for shortcuts? And ask yourself, what new standards am I willing to set? Maybe it's things like, I don't buy breakouts without a plan. I don't put money into anything that I don't understand or markets that I don't understand. When markets are pumping, I don't just chase price action. I treat every dollar like energy and I only send it where it can grow. That is powerful. Write that down. I treat every dollar like energy and I only send it where it can grow. In the now, in the long term, in the medium term, when I implement dollars into these markets, the goal is for them to grow immediately, not eventually, not because of hope, not because of hype, not because of $1,000 price prediction in the future, but because now, right? Treat every dollar like energy. The market will always offer you chaos. Understand that. And your standards decide how much of that chaos you allow into your life. The second thing I want you guys to really focus on is the blueprint, the cheat code, and the truth. The blueprint is believing in yourself. That's number one. The cheat code is discipline and consistency, which most people lack in these markets. The truth that nobody wants to hear is that nobody is coming to save you. Nobody. This space is full of people waiting to be rescued by the next bull run. They're waiting for the perfect call from some influencer that wears a suit well and smiles at you nicely and tells you that XRP is going to go to some future price prediction. The magical coin that fixes every mistake, the next hype narrative to drag their portfolio out of the red. But here's the uncomfortable truth: no bull run fixes bad habits, it just hides them until the next drawdown rips the mask off again. And that's the painful truth. The esoteric side of this is the deeper part. And it's that the markets, as I mentioned, are just a mirror. They reflect back the level of order, the level of discipline and self belief that you actually live with. If you don't believe in yourself and you're always outsourcing your decisions, right? You're always basing your investment decisions off of everybody else, influencers on the internet that you're watching on a consistent basis, then that's it. You're always going to outsource your decisions. If you lack discipline, you will always sabotage your own wins. If you lack consistency, you will always restart from zero. Belief is the blueprint, as I mentioned. Why? Because you will never commit to learning something you secretly don't think you're capable of understanding. That's so important. Trading is a perfect example of that. Not everybody is a trader. I 100% understand that. You might work a 9 to 5 job. You might have kids. You might have a busy life that keeps you distracted. That is an excuse. That is an excuse. You can learn trading. You can supplement other things in your life to learn how to do other things. You just have to commit. You can learn institutional deltas. You can learn institutional dark pools that we offer in the private CYPRX community. You again just have to commit. Discipline and consistency are the cheat code because once you decide to commit, doing the boring work daily is what quietly separates you from 99.999% of the crowd. So going into 2026, I want you all to stop expecting miracles from the market and start expecting more from yourself. Write that down. Going into 2026, I turn that into an affirmation. Will stop expecting miracles from the market and I will start expecting more from me. Write that down on your whiteboard, write that down on a sticky note, slap it right on your computer, right? Tape it to the back of your phone and let that guide you in 2026. Read the reports that nobody wants to. Study the price action that nobody wants to study. Learn how liquidity works. Learn how volume works. Learn how institutional deltas work. Understand the difference between narratives and real adoption. You don't have to become a full-time analyst, but you owe it to yourself to stop being blind in a market built to punish the blind. Write that one down. These markets are not meant to favor retail investors. They're meant to work against all of the bad habits that we bring into the market. And this screenshot right here is a perfect example of that. Now, again, I don't know where price action is going to be at the end of December. But again, take into consideration what I'm saying. Because, like I mentioned, no one is coming to save your portfolio. But the version of you with real knowledge, real patience, and real standards, that person can. That person can save your portfolio long term. The third thing I want you guys to be mindful of is guarding your attention like it's capital. Be so busy so disciplined, so focused that you have no time for gossip, no time for comparisons, no time for distractions, no time for hopium, no time for hype. Stay locked in. Your growth needs your full attention. In 2026, attention needs to be one of the most valuable assets. Think about how many bad trades or how many bad investments started because you saw somebody post some crazy P&L screenshot, or a random account said, don't miss out, or buy now, or $1,000 this, $100 that. You might have felt behind because you watched some influencer on the internet at some event or flex some Lamborghini or nice mansion. Wait, the get rich faster mindset. None of that came from your research or your plan. It came from distractions hijacking your emotions. Those who bought XRP up in that red zone there weren't just making a price mistake, they were making an attention mistake. They let the market, social media, and other people's urgency override their own process. Being locked in does not mean staring at charts 24/7. It means you choose learning over gossip. You choose deep research over endless scrolling. You choose backtesting over arguing in comments. You choose building a plan over chasing someone else's. If you truly want different results in 2026, you can't keep giving your attention away for free. Your mind is the exchange where your future gets priced in. Your goal is to shut those people out and elevate your existence. So, bringing this all together, the chart does not lie. In the same year, one group of people chased overhype, and now they're sitting in drawdown. And another group of individuals, us here in the private CYPRX community, executed only one time this year on XRP and are currently in the profit. Think about that. I told everybody publicly on social media one time this year that I was going to accumulate XRP and gave specific price targets using specific institutional data that our software generates that anybody in the world can have access to. So they choose to enlighten themselves. And now you can see we are part of the 1% of people that are in the green box. Where are you at? Maybe you're in both boxes. Wouldn't you like to predominantly be in the green box? So another group waited, they studied, and they are quietly ahead. Wouldn't you rather be ahead of 99.999% of people now rather than in 10 years from now when price finally appreciates, or whenever? Again, I'm just throwing out random numbers. But wouldn't you rather be elevated in the now, today, tomorrow, and the day after rather than a year from now? I know I would. What does that take? Same market, same asset, different inner world. See where the shift happens? So as we move into the new year, let's wrap this up. Here's what I invite you to do. Raise your standards. Let your old habits die. Own the blueprint and the cheat code: belief, discipline, and consistency. And guard your attention, because wherever it goes, your money follows. I'm not saying this from some pedestal. I've made emotional mistakes. I've chased price action. I've over leveraged. I've been in those shoes. I believed narratives at one point in time in my crypto career, especially back in the early days, that I should have questioned. I was one of those people back in 2016, 17, buying XRP sub 27 cents, believing it was going to go to $100. When it pumped all the way up to $3 plus, I round tripped it, never sold, because I believed narratives that were fed to me. Lost a lot of money, made a lot of money. But again, just showing you all that we are all human. And the only reason that I can talk about this now is because I learned the hard way and refused to stay the same. 2026 doesn't care about your wishes, doesn't care about your hope, none of that. It will reflect your standards. 2026 will reflect your discipline and what you choose to study when nobody is watching. If you're willing to do that inner work, not just consume content, but change the way that you move, then this next chapter can be different for you. Not because the market changes, but because you do. So hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video breakdown. Hopefully you guys took some notes. Hopefully you all make the change with us here in the Private CYPRX community in 2026. As always, inside the Private CYPRX community, you guys have access to the most accurate, fundamental, technical analysis updates that the crypto market has to offer from a retail perspective. We'd love to have you on the team. Do me a favor, smash that thumbs up button. Make sure that you subscribe before we head into the new year. I will roll this short video breakdown to give you guys a taste of what's inside the Private CYPRX Discord. We would love to see you on the inside. Many blessings. I really hope that this video breakdown helped change somebody's perspective, helped enlighten you, and helped to provide a foundation for you to do the inner work to head into 2026 with the proper mindset. As always, be cognizant, be aware out there, and I'll see you guys in the next video breakdown. Are you the type of person who's always felt that there has to be more than the mainstream headlines, but could never find the deeper, real information the masses never talked about? If so, welcome to the CYPRX Discord. You've entered the general access lobby. To move deeper into the CYPRX ecosystem, you can become a monthly member. Once inside, you'll understand why CYPRX is different from anything the mainstream offers. What does a CYPRX monthly membership unlock? CYPRX is one of the most comprehensive research communities available to retail investors. If you're a crypto investor, active trader, or DeFi user, you'll find a home here. Our team goes into the rabbit holes most people don't even know exist. Inside, you'll find non-mainstream research that you won't see on Twitter or YouTube. We have built one of the world's largest organized collections of documents, panel discussions, regulatory updates, and institutional publications in the entire space. If you've ever struggled to find recent crypto summits, events, recordings, or global policy panels, don't worry, we track everything. These are the conversations that people should be listening to, but rarely do, because mainstream sources never surface them. We also have real-time macro and institutional market breakdowns. Our team gives you detailed, timely analysis of the macro environment, what's happening, why it's happening, and how it affects crypto, FX, equities, and global risk sentiment. This keeps our community ahead of volatility instead of reacting to it. We also have institutional grade technical analysis insights. Private members get access to our in-house software, years in the making, which provides institutional deltas, dark pool information, and algorithm-driven levels across any liquid asset class. This is true institutional data, built specifically for retail traders who want the clarity the mainstream never gives them. We offer 4 to 6 private Zoom calls every single week. You will learn from CYPRX mentors who actively manage 6 to 7 figure trading and crypto portfolios. Whether you're a beginner or advanced, you'll always have someone to guide you. We also offer hundreds of educational documents. From DeFi strategies to macroeconomics to deep dive investing frameworks, our library is built to elevate anyone looking to become a real knowledgeable investor. We also have the largest collection of esoteric, spiritual, and awakening resources. If you're someone seeking a deeper meaning, higher awareness, or the wisdom hidden between the lines of ancient texts and modern systems, this section alone can change your trajectory. We don't just teach markets, we teach perspective. This is some of the information waiting for you inside CYPRX. No hopium, no surface level hype, no recycled Twitter noise, just real education, real insights, and a community built for people ready to elevate financially, mentally, and spiritually. Whenever you're ready, we will see you on the inside. We hope that your journey starts here.